Hi guys, I recently just got myself adjusted by a chiropractor and I really enjoyed it. Basically, there's this chiropractor in Cebu. If you want a good chiropractor, let me recommend one to you guys. Go to Instagram and look for Chiro Works Cebu. Chiro is spelled Kyro, Chiro Works Cebu. You'll see his page on my thumbnail for this video. Really great guy, really funny as well. Very nice person, very accommodating, and he's not like the other chiropractors who just keep doing the same thing for you over and over again, and you've got like more than 10 sessions and it's the exact same thing. He's not that. So when you meet him, he's not gonna adjust you right away. He's still gonna ask you some questions, ask you to stand, make you do certain postures and stuff like that, just to see if your posture's okay. He's gonna find out if you've got surgery before, things like that. So he's really a professional. And even if you've got like a slip disc or things like that, and you think, maybe I shouldn't get myself adjusted, try seeing the guy first, because if you're not supposed to go through any adjustment, he will not do any adjustments on you. Okay, so I had a wonderful experience. He did the Y strap on me. I've seen the Y strap on YouTube, and finally when I experienced it, oh my goodness, it's so good. The adjustment on your neck all the way down to your spine, to the base of your spine. I felt it down my hips or something. It was really good. I used to have a hard time just looking up, just doing this was painful. But after that, he did something with my neck, and now I do this all the time, because just to check, it's weird, but it's a habit now. I do this all the time just to check if it's still, if it still feels free, and it still does feel free. So that was really good, and I'm gonna probably make another schedule soon. Now, why did I talk about adjustments and chiropractors? Because one thing he taught me was the posture is really bad. And one more thing, if you adjust yourself, if you crack yourself, if you do this by yourself, if you do that, that's not good. Okay, so I unsubscribed to all those YouTube videos. Self-adjustment, learn how to crack yourself. Like, that's not good. You're not supposed to be doing that by yourself. It's like you're a doctor trying to do surgery on yourself. It's not a good idea. Okay, so stop doing that. If you do that, just stop doing it. Now, let me say this. The reason why I talked about this is because he told me about my posture. My posture is so bad because of my cell phone. Without noticing it, when you use your phone, you're always doing this. So you gotta bring the phone up, and he told me face to phone, or phone to face, sorry, phone to face. So you bring your phone up when you're chatting, texting, and you're gonna look like you're always taking a selfie or you're taking pictures of stuff, but it doesn't matter. It's for your posture. So even if everyone around you thinks you're addicted to selfies, just remember it's for your posture. So it's phone to face. So that's how I text now. That's how I do everything. It's phone to face. So it looks kind of weird, right? But I learned something very important about the posture. Posture is essentially something that happens to you when you keep doing something bad over and over again. So you get bad posture. If you do something good, you get good posture. And he told me my posture was very bad, and that's what caused my upper back pains, my mid back pains, my whole back pains, and then my shoulder and neck perpetual soreness was all because of that. Now, in the same way, when it comes to your spiritual life, we also have bad habits, and habits are things you do. Posture is what you become. Many times you've got spiritual bad habits. It doesn't even have to be sinful habits. It can be just distractions to keep you away from your spiritual disciplines. Maybe you Netflix too much. Maybe you mobile games too much. Maybe you distract yourself with YouTube too much. Maybe you do whatever something too much or in a very unhealthy way, to the point that your spiritual life and your spiritual disciplines are suffering. And so eventually you no longer have a bad spiritual habit or a bad spiritual pattern, but you're gonna get a bad spiritual posture. And I say posture because that's what you are going to become, or you're going to have. The posture itself is already spiritually bad. And what I had to do, and this is something I do now all the time. Now, I don't suggest you do this. This is something that the chiropractor told me to do because of my posture, okay? So whenever I shower, after I shower, I gotta get a towel, put it behind me, behind my neck, and I gotta pull the towel forward while pushing my neck back. It's to fix the posture, the bad posture that I developed over years. Okay, and so many times we have to do drastic measures. So the towel thing, it's not super drastic, but it's kind of drastic in a way that I now have to keep doing that. Same with the phone to face, I have to keep doing that now just to fix my posture. You might have a bad spiritual posture. Maybe your spiritual disciplines are way out of whack. Maybe you've got a worldview that's really, really wrong. Maybe you've got a set of values and beliefs that are so anti-Bible and anti-gospel already. Or you view the world in such a way that's going against Scripture already. Things like that. Or you've got all these views that you know you're compromising your faith. You know you're compromising your biblical values, but for some reason you just can't help it anymore. Then what you gotta do is you gotta get into those drastic measures. For me, not super drastic, it's the towel to fix my bad posture. So your spiritual posture needs to get fixed also. Now, I don't know what that is for you. It's different for each person. Maybe you gotta fellowship more. Maybe you gotta talk to your pastor about something. Maybe you gotta be accountable and truly be transparent and authentic. Maybe you gotta stop talking to your accountability group the fake stuff, oh, I struggle with this generic sin or that generic sin, but then there are specific shameful sins that you just cannot talk about. Maybe you got to bring that up. Maybe you got to expose yourself more. Maybe you have to open up and be more vulnerable or authentic. Maybe you got to, talk to your spouse about something that you have to address, but you've been so afraid to address for so long. Now, I don't know what it is. But a bad spiritual posture is something that you eventually have and become, and it's no longer a habit. It just becomes something you don't notice, and that's the scary part. You don't notice it. People will just notice it on you over time. I'll give you an example when it comes to this, and this is kind of connected but not really. Losing your eyesight. When I was younger, I had 20/20 vision. All right, and in church, I used to stand at the very back of the church and I could read the lyrics of the worship songs. So I used to attend a big church and I used to stand at the very back of the hall. And you know, the font was kind of small and I could read everything perfectly. As the years went by, I didn't notice it. I kept moving forward and forward and forward until I was standing. Later on, I didn't even realize it or notice it. I was already standing at the very front of the hall so I can read the lyrics. And I only noticed it one time when I was assigned to stand in the back because I was supposed to count certain things in the worship service. And when I looked at the screen, I was like, I can't read the lyrics. Did they change the font? What's up? So I talked to them and I asked them and said, bro, the font's never changed. That's a template. We've been using this for years. I said, what's happening to my eyes? And so I went to the eye doctor, and apparently the very first time I checked my grade, I was already at, I think, 170 with astigmatism. So from 0 to 150 or 170 astigmatism, and I was so shocked. I had no idea. I did not notice it until it was already really, really bad. And so I had to get glasses and all of that stuff. And so what I'm saying is, bad spiritual posture, bad spiritual eyesight, those things just happen, don't just happen over time. These are things that bad habits can cause, and you gotta be mindful, you gotta be conscious, and you gotta bring people in and you gotta ask them, hey, what are some things you notice about me that might be detrimental to my spiritual health and to my spiritual posture? I hope this is something that helped you and blessed you. And of course, guys, here's the thing, if you have been encouraged by this, please feel free to subscribe. I'm not going to be uploading stuff anymore on the different groups. On Facebook, I'm just going to post this maybe on my wall, and then just the YouTube channel, and that's it. All right, God bless you. See you on the next one.